This video will show you the changes that Cherry Hills Country Club made to the Little Dry Creek, which runs through some of the holes on the back nine. We had an ever-increasing flooding problem with our creek, where the design of the creek didn't allow the water to slow down and spread out, and then when the weather event was over, the water could not find its way back to the creek. This picture of the 15th green illustrates the problem pretty well. 15 of our greens are original that are 100 years old with 100-year-old grass, and we wanted to keep it that way. These boulders were the root of the problem that were placed at a 90-degree angle. To solve the problem, we removed pretty much every boulder, and the creek is now engineered much more like the bottom figure you see in this illustration. The second part of the story was to hire Renaissance Golf to ensure that we stayed historically accurate to the William Flynn design, and also to improve the look and playability of these holes that our creek ran through. Keep in mind that this drone video was shot the last day of the project, so any sod lines or bare spots will have matured by the time you get here. Starting from the 14th fairway, where you will be hitting your approach shot, you will notice that the creek now comes more in front of the green, which is closer to Flynn's original design, shown here from his 1922 drawing. Regardless if you are hitting an approach shot from 200 or 100 yards out, this change has a great visual feel to it. The creek is now closer to the 7th green, again keeping in the same theme of the creek's original routing, shown here in the Flynn drawing. The intent is if your approach shot hits the green and rolls off to the right, your ball should get held up before reaching the creek. A ball landing on the fly to the right of the green will likely get wet. The green has also been extended on the back to allow for more pin placements, which in turn helps keep the rest of the green healthier with less activity in a concentrated area. Now on to the 15th hole. The lower left tee box area has been expanded with 2 tee boxes next to one another. The reason for the side-by-side tees versus one large one is simply to help manage the wear and tear of everyday use. The ability to cycle the tee markers gives the best chance to present everyone with a clean look, as this area will see increased play. 2 bunkers on the left side of the green have been removed, and now there is 1 new bunker consistent with how William Flynn might have designed it. Considerable thought was put into its shape and appearance, so it made sense from both the lower left tee as well as the set of tee boxes in the upper right. This bunker also honors the sandpit design originally found in front of the green, and note this in this Flynn drawing. The left side of the green has also been expanded. There was no guesswork regarding this change to the green. When the grass was peeled back to remove the 2 bunkers and for shaping, the original subgrade material that is under all of our greens revealed itself. This was an easy roadmap to follow to return the left side of the green back to original. Standing on this now slightly raised 16th tee, you will notice a new cart bridge leaving the 15th green. This used to be a pinch point where the water would back up and again create part of the problem that we had with our creek. Now the water can flow freely past. Additionally, from this tee, you will now see sections of the creek which are closer to the fairway, making this tee shot more demanding than it has been in the past. Note Flynn's drawing of the 16th hole and where the creek is in the drawing. The second cart bridge at the end of the first fairway has been relocated to minimize your ability to see it from the tee and also improve the flow of cart traffic. Standing in the fairway for your approach shot has visually changed quite a bit solely just from removing the boulders and creating a softer slope up from the waterline. The larger left bunker now appears more defined and prominent, although nothing was done to it. The section off the 17th tee simply had the boulders removed and now has a softer slope to the waterline to match the look and feel of the rest of the creek. The same story with in front of the 13th green, so the whole thing matches. One common theme to the creek work is that the 2 or 3 feet from the waterline upward will now be fescue. When it starts to grow out, you will see the difference. Fescue has a root structure that goes deeper than most grasses. The functional aspect of this decision is that fescue is the best choice to deal with the normal range of water rising and receding. The vast majority of stress to the grass on the banks will happen in this range, hence the decision to use this hardier grass. While all this work was going on, the 8th green complex has also been improved. The back of the green has been raised so you can see the definition of the back of the green from the tee. This change also produced more of a drop off to the back of the green, which matches the style of some of our other greens like the 2nd and the 4th greens. The area that is short left of the green has been raised about a foot to help promote a right bounce towards the green. The green has also been enlarged to make it all look and fit together correctly. The teeing area around 5 and 9 has also been reworked. One part of the new tee box has an L, which now gives this area some personality. The tee boxes for 5 will primarily be on the left side, as you can see Long's Peak in the background, which was likely the original intent in 1922. This rework eliminates almost all of the crossover conflict. The only time there will be a conflict is if someone is playing from the red tees on number 9. Note that the riffle structures and pooling areas are now present in several areas along the creek. The intent of the riffles is to create an acoustic element, while the pooling areas are designed to slow the water during a high water event. These two design features are usually next to one another. When you arrive at Cherry Hills, please feel very welcome because you are. More importantly, enjoy the experience of the day and the rich major tournament history that helps define Cherry Hills Country Club.